Earnest here. The Midnight Mentor rides again. Tonight I'm going to play a game. I'm going to give away a free cheat sheet just like I always do. Been doing this every week, every Saturday for a little while, a couple, 2-3 weeks now. I'm going to keep doing it. Really enjoying it. I like spending time with you. I hope you like spending time with me. Tonight I'm going to play a game. It's going to be Uncharted, the first game, but I'm also going to give away a free cheat sheet. That free cheat sheet is going to be found right here at the link that's scrolling atop the cross of the screen. Across the top of the screen. I have given away this before, but there was some confusion about it, and I want to fix that confusion tonight. So make sure you go to the link that is scrolling across the top of the screen and go ahead and go get the free cheat sheet, and then let's just hang out and enjoy being together, and put some things in the chat if you want, and I'll try to answer some questions. If you want to put some questions in the chat, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about in the chat, and we'll just have a good time for a little while. But you can see across the top of the screen, shutupmoney.com/EMD. And that will actually take you to the free cheat sheet that we're going to share with you for free tonight. And why I'm sharing that is because making offers is the most important thing that a real estate wholesaler or investor has to do. That's right. You have to do a lot of things. But if you don't make offers, you're never going to get any deals. That's right. Making offers is what it is all about. If you're not making offers, then you're not getting deals. That's the most important thing a real estate wholesaler, a real estate investor can do, is make offers. And, you know, I like to think of myself as a pretty house wholesaler. Okay. I like to think of myself as a pretty house expert. But the reality is that I do probably somewhere in the neighborhood of close to 50% of the deals that I do are ugly. And that's probably somewhere around 30 to 40%. Okay, I don't know exact. I don't really keep track of all the numbers just like that, but but yeah, some ugly house deals. And the thing about ugly house deals that's different than the pretty house business. In the pretty house business, I'm pretty good at getting down payment put to the day we exchange keys. Okay? The day we move in. Not we, but my tenant buyer, right? We're going to move the tenant buyer in on a certain day. That's usually the day that they get the keys and the day that we exchange the money, and usually we put it in the contract that way, and all that's great. They may put a deposit down to secure the property, but the bulk of the down payment happens the day they move in. That's great for a wholesaler. That's another good reason why the pretty house business is one of my favorites. Okay. Yeah. Well, but like I said, I do probably close to 40%, somewhere around there, ugly house deals. It's not quite half. All right. But there's quite a bit. You know, I know, and I've told everybody that when you go onto Zillow, if you use my marketing strategy that I use, scraping for sell by owner listings off of Zillow, then you're going to get somewhere between 10 and 20% ugly house listings. Yeah, that's right. You're going to get somewhere between 10 and 20% ugly house leads. So you got to be prepared to do ugly house offers. The thing about ugly house offers is sometimes the homeowners are stickler and he wants $500 earnest money or $1,000, or in some cases maybe even $2,500. Okay, right? Am I right? So, you know, that's hard to say, well, I'll give them to you the day we move in, you know. All right, that doesn't make a lot of sense in that case in the cash money world. All right, so here's what I recommend, and thank you. Somebody's chiming in here in the chat. I appreciate that. Yeah. So in the ugly house business, you might need to put down some earnest money a little bit. So as a new investor or wholesaler, where do you get this money? Or even better yet, as a scaling real estate investor or wholesaler, where do you get the money, okay, to do one deal, your first deal? But as a scaling, how do you get enough earnest money put together to do 5 or 10 offers in a month that all require earnest money to be put down into the escrow company, title company, closing attorney? When you sign the agreement, you've got to send some earnest money in, whether that's $100 or $500 or $1,000 or $2,500 or whatever it may be. Okay. Those ugly house deals require that. A lot of them, especially if you're using a realtor. Okay. So strategy number 1, right? Always go for, hey, Mr. Homeowner, why would I give you earnest money, right now before the inspection period? So why would I do that when I'm going to have to inspect the property? I might need to get the money back. How about this? I'll do the 500 that you're asking. If I put the 500 you're asking on the agreement here and it's due the day my inspection period ends, is that something you're comfortable with? Can we go ahead and move forward with that? That is a winner for me a lot of times. Okay. So for example, if the homeowner is wanting $500 down, you're going to want to put on the agreement, Mr. Homeowner, if I put on the agreement here $500 earnest money due at the end of my inspection period, does that make you feel comfortable? Can we move forward with that? Okay. That's a great strategy. I want you to remember that, and I want you to file that away in the old noggin, okay? Because you'll use that. All right. Here's another one. If the homeowner says, well, no, that doesn't work for me, then what you're going to say is you're going to say, well, Mr. Homeowner, you want $500 earnest money deposit. Is that correct? Yeah. That's a very important thing to you, Mr. Homeowner. Why do you feel that way? Okay, you might dig a little bit and find out what's going on, and maybe that will make him feel better even. Why is this topic so important to you, Mr. Homeowner? Okay, right? All right, so you might suggest this, Mr. Homeowner. Like I said before, at the end of the inspection period, I could do the 500. If I put that down on the agreement at the end of the inspection period, if he says no to that, then you go to this. You default to this. Well, Mr. Homeowner, if I put $100 down here on the agreement today and then $400 when the inspection period's over, does that make more sense and we could go ahead and move forward with that today? Now, I know that might sound petty, okay, but if you're talking to homeowners, right? Yeah, somebody, thank you for putting that in the comments. Why is that so important to you, Mr. Homeowner? Exactly. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Why is this topic so important to you? You might really be enlightened by his response. And maybe it's a trust factor. Maybe he just doesn't like you yet. Maybe he doesn't trust you yet. Okay. And maybe you can overcome some of that by just talking a little bit longer about some of these ideas. So if the 500, for example, at the end of the inspection period doesn't work, then I'll try to break it down. I'll be like, well, what if Mr. Homeowner, if I put, I totally agree, 500, that makes a lot of sense. But if I put 100 due here today with the signing of this agreement and then 400 at the end of the inspection period, does that make more sense? And can we go ahead and move forward with that? We're really arguing about a silly amount of money here anyway. But let me, if I do $100 today and 400 at the end of the inspection period, does that make you feel comfortable enough for us to move forward? That sometimes is a winner for me. Okay. That sometimes is a winner for me. In the ugly house business, sometimes it is a winner for me to break it up like that. Okay. $100 today, 400 at the end of the inspection period. Okay. Now we are running into, nowadays, there are homeowners that are always wanting way more earnest money than what makes sense too. Okay. And let me give you the general rule, since we're talking about earnest money, and maybe this is kind of a little earnest money session here, a little earnest money class, because nobody ever really talks about earnest money, but excuse me, but it's an important part of the contract that needs to be negotiated every time you do it, right? So with the earnest money, That's kind of how I do it. That way, usually, at the end of the inspection period, or then I'll break it. If that doesn't work, I'll break it up, and I'll be like 100 now, and then 400 later, or whatever. But in this case, let's assume the homeowner is asking for like $5,000. Okay, how many has ever experienced that? $5,000. Yeah, I have. Mr. Homeowner wants $5,000 earnest money. Mr. Homeowner, oh, I 100% agree with you. Let me stroke you, you smart individual, you. Has anybody ever has your wife told you you're a brilliant person yet today? Like I kind of want to, yeah, I'm not trying to be sarcastic with the homeowner, but you feel me here. I'm complimenting him a little bit. Mr. Homeowner, I agree with you. You deserve to have some proof that we're serious. Is that why this is important to you? So I'm conversing a little bit. Mr. Homeowner, 5,000 is a lot. Mr. Homeowner, I kind of have a general policy about this. Do you mind if I share it with you, and maybe you'll understand and we can come to an agreement here on this topic? Mr. Homeowner, my general policy is this, is that I would never put down more earnest money to tie up this deal with you for the next month than it would cost me to rent this place for the next month. Now, Mr. Homeowner, the typical rent in that neighborhood is about $750 a month. Like, I'm just for example, if that's what it is. If it's $1,250, it's $1,250. If it's $1,500, it's $1,500. But in this example, I'm going extreme, and I'm saying this is a cheap little house. Hey, Mr. Homeowner, and this is not unheard of for a $750 a month house for the homeowner to want $5,000 down in earnest money. Okay, Mr. Homeowner, I would never give more earnest money than what I could rent the place for. See, you're allowing me for my earnest money to tie the house up for the next 28 days, because that's usually how long I write my contracts for. Mr. Homeowner, I could rent that house from you any other month for $750. Okay. It just doesn't make sense for me to rent it from you for the next 30 days for $5,000. Is there anything more reasonable? Catch this now. Is there anything more reasonable we can talk about? Anything much less than $5,000 that you would be comfortable enough to move forward with me on today? Okay. Now that gets you back in the game. What if he comes back and he says, well, I understand. I'm going to need at least 1,000 though. I mean, Mr. Homeowner, we're closing in 14 days or in 21 days, or my inspection period ends in 10 days. We're moving fast. Why would I give you so much money cash just to give you more money later in about a week and a half? Doesn't make sense for me to give you that much money in cash up front. Is there anything more reasonable we can talk about? Okay. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to whittle him down a little bit. Okay. I hope that makes sense where I'm coming from with this. Okay. And then I'll try things like Mr. Homeowner, how about I do that? I don't really care what the number is if I can get it at the end. When my inspection period ends, boom, if it's due then, great. Let's just do it. I don't care what the number is, right? Just between you and me. I don't care what the number is. If it's due at the end of my inspection period, okay. If it's going to be due now, Mr. Homeowner, okay, the $1,000 that I talked him down to, let's say, for example, how about if I put it here in the agreement that I do $100 today and then $900 when the day my inspection period ends? Does that make more sense? And can we go ahead and move forward with this today? No, Mr. Homeowner, I have 10-day inspection period here written down on the agreement, which is pretty standard in the state of Missouri or wherever you're at. Okay. And so, Mr. Homeowner, 10 days inspection period, it doesn't make sense for me to pay for vendors and folks to come take a look at the property. And I might have an inspector out there, maybe some contractors, some vendors, and And some of these may cost me quite a bit of coin, Mr. Homeowner. And then you want me to also put how much money down just to have the ability to spend more money to inspect it? Sir, doesn't it make more sense for me to give you the entire earnest money the day my inspection period ends? Okay. All right. Do you guys feel me? All right. I'm just talking here, and I hope you're gleaning something out of it, because this is literally how I converse with the homeowners. These are literally some of the things I say. So if you want to maybe take this back, this video, and just cut this segment, man, maybe I'll even do that, because I've never really talked about what you say to a homeowner when you're discussing earnest money. But this is a pretty thorough discussion of the matter. So all that being said, there is a free cheat sheet up here at the top of the screen. Go find it. And in some cases, you're never going to be able to talk the homeowner out of a big bundle of earnest money being due right away. Okay? And the reason why you're never going to be able to talk the homeowner out of that is because in some cases, the homeowner's smart. In other cases, the homeowner is has a realtor. Maybe you're wholesaling or doing something off of the MLS here. And maybe you're doing a bank-owned property. Okay, a bank-owned property, you're not going to be able to do. In most cases, in some cases I have, but in most cases you're not going to be able to play any games with the earnest money. You're going to have to come up with the earnest money. It's going to be due one business day after the contract is signed. Okay. Yep. In some cases, the homeowner is that a shark? Is that a shark? Yeah. So in the case that you are scaling, or I say these things with some inhibitions, because one, I don't want folks to start to think that because in some cases you have to put in earnest money, then let's do this whole new gator lender thing, which I guess Pace Morby invented the term gator lender, and I'm already just sick of it. Okay, it just sounds so fucking cringy. Sorry, I love you, Pace, but great marketing, dude. Thumbs up to you. But everybody's like, oh, I need a gator lender for a deal in Alabama. I need a gator lender in Indiana. It's like, okay, what the fuck does gator lender even mean? I'm convinced that 98% of the people using the word don't even know. I've looked it up. I'm not even sure if I know. But I'm pretty sure it's an earnest money lender, okay? And honestly, for subject to deals, yeah, you're going to need some earnest money or a private lender to come in and maybe put some money in, okay? Maybe partner with you on a deal. I get that. So I'm not dogging the whole gator lender thing. I just don't know where it came from. What do gators have to do with it? I would love it if somebody would put that in the chat. Put it in the chat. What the hell does gators have to do with private lending and earnest money and so on and so forth? All right, let me show what I have, though. This is the cheat sheet. Me and my team invented this, okay? Because I do also recognize that there are times especially a brand new wholesaler investor's life and career, where he's going to need some earnest money. All right, and maybe you don't have any. All right, but the beautiful part is that all of us know somebody that has $1,000 stored away, or $2,500. Grandma does, or Uncle Joe, or whoever, Aunt Nancy, whatever it is, man. We all know. Hey, the former boss, the guy that you used to work with. Maybe even just a friend, somebody that from school or something. You're probably not the only broke person but you probably do know a few people that have at least earnest money kind of cash, okay? And so the idea, let's get this straight, is not, it is not to ask me to loan you earnest money. Okay? Because let me be honest about this. Last time I shared this cheat sheet, and this is why I'm redoing it, because a couple things is why I'm redoing it. But one is because redoing this video, because evidently the first time I did this video and I made this earnest money cheat sheet available for finding private lenders to do earnest money, people took it as if I was offering to loan out earnest money. And they were like sending me messages on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Like, hey, how do I get hooked up with that money? And I'm like, well, you take this cheat sheet and you make it yours, and then you get a deal, and then you take the deal and you take the cheat sheet and you give it to someone in your life, like your grandma or your boss or your sister or somebody that's got $1,000, enough to cover the earnest money. And then you say, hey, I got this deal. And here's some information about how I'd like to offer you a partnership to help me get this deal done. I can get your money back to you plus interest within the next couple weeks. Is that something that would interest you, or do I need to just talk to someone else? Okay. And you're going to say that to your grandma. You're going to say that to Uncle Joe or Aunt Cindy or whoever it is. Right? You're going to say that to whoever you think's got the right money. Okay. This is a great tool to use, but this is not me asking you, hey, everybody bring your deal and let me fund your deal. Okay. I told a guy about a week ago that I would do that, but that was just for him. Okay, I can't do that for everyone. Okay. Nor do you want me to. Okay. Let's get this right. Because let me show you this cheat sheet. Look at this. In this cheat sheet, I answer all these questions, and we'll go through it here real quick. But look at this. Look at this return. We want to make this as worthwhile as possible, offer an 18% return. Okay? 18% return. Now, what that means is this is my brochure. Okay, I'm going to get a deal, and then I'm going to get this brochure, and I'm going to make it look like mine, this cheat sheet. And then I'm going to put it together in a little package. Maybe I'll even put it together in a little folder, and I'm going to hand it to somebody that's got some money. And I'm going to say, I'm looking to partner with somebody. Would you like to make some extra cash on some cash you just got laying around right now? And I'm talking about small cash here. Okay. 18%. I'll pay you 18%. Yep. Simple interest, 18%. 18% on my money. Yeah, that means you put in 1,000. I'll give you 180 on top of the 1,000. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, 18%. But in reality, if I was to loan you money, that ain't going to cut it. Okay? I'm just telling you that you could do this if you ask somebody in your life, if you need earnest money. I know everybody out there knows somebody other than me that has $500 or 1,000 for earnest money. Okay. This is a little program that I designed to get earnest money, because everybody needs a little earnest money sometimes. And sometimes, especially if you're going to scale, you're going to make 5 offers this month. You're going to need 5 earnest monies. Okay. Then you're going to maybe need somebody to help partner with this. So this is a way to get your partner educated and up to speed, your potential earnest money partner up to speed on how all this is going to work, and why you need a partner and what you're going to do with the money and so on and so forth. This cheat sheet is to help you get them up to speed so they're ready to feel comfortable enough to make a commitment. that I'll do $1,000 with you. Okay, I'll do $500 with you. Okay, but now the reality is you could get somebody to do that for 18%. That sounds pretty dang good. 18% simple interest. But the fact of the matter is it's a quick return. It's like I only need earnest money for a couple weeks, maybe until I find my cash buyer, and that cash buyer puts that money in, or maybe until I cancel the contract and my inspection period is over and they return the money, in which case you get the money back plus $180. Okay? All right? So that's 18% interest. But if I were personally going to loan you personally money, I would want you to double my money. Okay? But grandma ain't going to do that to you. Okay? Your boss ain't going to do that to you, probably. Your brother, your sister, your friend, your cousin, your auntie, your, whatever it is, they probably ain't going to drive that hard of a bargain. I'll drive a hard-ass bargain, and I'll be like, hey, if I'm putting $2,500 in, I'd like to get 25 plus 25. I mean, after all, you're going to be making how much? See, I'm too smart. I'm too smart for you to be asking me to loan you $500. So my point is the cheat sheet is not for you to ask me. All right? The cheat sheet is for you to ask someone else, okay? So let's go through this real quick. First of all, I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a registered investment advisor or anything like that. I'm not an investment person or anything like that at all. Period. Okay? All I am is just another dude just like you. But I have used this document to get a little financial partnership going on here. And which is a great way to build even further relationships. If this person has money to do 500 or 1,000, and they have the faith and the trust in you to do 500 or 1,000, and you've done that, and you paid them back with the interest, they probably do it with you some more. Maybe they'll put more money in, and next time they'll help you buy that subject to property, or maybe they'll help you buy a property to fix and flip or something. So this is just a great way. It's just a really good introductory private money plan. All right. Sorry, don't mean to beat that to death, and I hope I'm not. But here, for example, when you get a property deal that you're getting it under contract, and you're going to need some earnest money, you're going to hand this with that contracted deal over to someone, and you're going to say, hey, look, this is what I have going on. Maybe you even go to PropStream. Listen to me now. Maybe you even go to PropStream and you pull up comps. People are like, well, you can't do comps anymore on PropStream. Hey, all right. Hey, yes, you can. All right? It's bullshit. You can. You totally can get comps off PropStream. Now, you can't get some data off PropStream? Sure. But you can still get comps. Okay? All right? You can still pull up some good information about properties. And guess what? A lot of you out there, I'm guessing, don't know that once you get the comps pulled up on a property, you can save the comps and then print the comps report. Take your signed contract, take a comps report, and take this cheat sheet that you've edited to make it look like your own, and now you have an awesome, awesome ass investor packet. Boom. Grandma, take a look at this. Let's talk. I'd like you to partner up with me. I'd like to make some money with you, and I think I can put some money in your pocket. We can go buy some more Sonic. Okay. All right. Why should I invest? The opportunity to get into real estate without too much cash. This is small money. We're providing an excellent return on investment. We certainly are. Why don't you use your own resources? Well, let me tell you. Okay, because we want to do a bunch of deals. And like I was saying, this is great for somebody that wants to scale as well. We have buyers throughout the country wanting to invest. Our goal is to create a program to help investors like you. We want to maintain the supply and demand for our properties. This is only one aspect of our business. Okay, there's just a lot of shit going on in this, isn't there? Okay, how much am I expected to invest? That's the next question. Your investment can be as low as 1,000 to 10. See, this is small stuff. Everybody knows somebody other than me that can fund $1,000. All right, I'm just going to say it because I'm the anti-hero. So come in real close. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this real close. And listen, if you don't know anybody, because I know everybody's different, but if you don't know anybody out there that has $500 or $1,000 that they could partner with you on, if right now I'm talking about this and you're listening to it and you're thinking, man, I don't know anybody I could ask. It's $500 or $1,000. Come here. I've got a secret I want to tell you. I got a secret. Get better friends. Okay. Get better friends. That's good advice. Okay. If you're gonna have 9 broke friends, you're gonna be the 10th one. Okay. So you're fitting in with everybody that you know. Get better friends. Okay. All right. This is small money. Find you some friends that's got $1,000 or $10,000. Okay. All right. They're going to have the opportunity to roll this money over so they don't have to get it out every single month. In fact, you don't really want them to. Okay. What's your return? We kind of went through this already. I'll let you do this. You can grab the cheat sheet from the top of the screen. Why are you paying such a high return on investment? Okay. All right. This program was introduced with an investor colleague, which proved to be very successful. Okay, in other words, I've tried this before, and it worked okay. The objective is to introduce real estate investing with the least risk and highest returns. Really, if you want to be honest, the objective is for me to start making friends with people that have some money without having them to have to trust me for $40,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 or $150,000 or $250,000. Could you trust me with $500? And could we get started and flip a couple deals real quick, like some quick flips, some wholesale deals? Okay, are you following me? All right, hopefully. The objective to introduce real estate investing with the least risk and the highest returns. We want to send it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, traditionally lenders invest the full purchase price, but here we're not trying to do the full purchase price, baby. You got $500, you got $1,000. All right, occasionally a pool of investors are formed. Okay, literally, I have never done that. Okay, I would like to learn how. So we put that in there because one day we hope to do that, but I've never done that. All right. When do I get the money back? Okay. Usually within 30 days. But you can let this roll, Grandma. Right? You can let this roll. Okay, we may need to extend 10 days. See, we've tried to cover our bases here, everybody. What guarantees do I have? Okay. These are all important questions that Grandma's going to want to know before she throws $1,000 in on you. Okay? You could also put together a joint venture agreement. All right? If you don't have a joint venture agreement and you need one, all you need to do is reach out to me and I'll hook you up with one. Okay? I'm not an attorney and it might be one that somebody could still fuck you on. I don't know. I'm not promising anything. I'm just saying it's the one I use. Okay? And I also have a promissory note that you could use. In fact, next week, I'll give away the promissory note. And yeah, I'll hook y'all up. Maybe next Saturday, I'll hook you up with this stuff. Okay? All right. Now look at this. Your funds are tied to a real estate purchase and sale agreement and the legal contract binding in terms and conditions in the states of... Please do not forget to go in and change this. Because you will look dumb. You'll look like you stole this from somebody when you take it to Grandma with a deal in Indiana and you have Missouri and Kansas in there. Okay, they'll be like, oh, I was thinking this dude got his shit together and he's smart now all of a sudden. I was taken back about it. I was impressed by this gentleman. Next thing you know, I realized that he plagiarized his ass. Okay. Is this a scam? That's my favorite one. It's my favorite question to ask homeowners lately. Is this a scam? you'll have legal binding agreements and contracts. Okay, we are registered in the state of Missouri. Again, change these things. Okay, go through and edit these things. Okay, some of our current lenders started in this program. Okay, some of our current lenders started in this program, which means they started with 500 or 1,000, and then the next time they put in a little more, and then next thing you know, they've got 30 grand in something, and yeah, you know, we start that way. Start small. Start small. There's something to be said about small starts. Okay? All right. All right. So that is the cheat sheet for getting an earnest money partner. Okay? Again, don't everybody hit me up and say, hey, what do I have to do for you to loan me that money? All right, I'm like, well, the first thing you have to do is watch the fucking video, okay? Because that's not what it was about. All right, love you guys. Sorry I cussed so much. I'm trying to do better. Holy Jesus, please help me. But nevertheless, here we are. Cheat sheet up here. Anti-hero here. And then we're going to play some PlayStation. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. I want to do a new game, but I don't know how to start a new game. It's funny, but it's so true. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just jump in where I left off last, wherever that was. Okay. Oh, here it is. New game. Okay. I don't know if anybody's ever played this game, but this is a pretty cool game. Yeah, let's go ahead and start a new one here. They've come out with several of these, everybody. And I've got them all, but this one's one of my faves. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. There must be a beginning of any great matter, but the continuing unto the end until it be thoroughly finished yields the true glory. Man, we need some of that in our lives. Y'all like my t-shirt, Anti-Hero? Yeah. I told you I'd be wearing an Anti-Hero t-shirt.
I am here off the coast of Panama, where we just recovered what we believe to be the coffin of legendary explorer Sir Francis Drake, who was buried at sea over 400 years ago.
You guys got any real estate questions? Put them in the chat. Got any questions at all? Any questions about this earnest money stuff?
Like that?
Is anybody out there going to go find some earnest money lenders now?
Thought you didn't believe
What's
me.
up? What's
Well,
up?
I did do my research,
Anti-heroes.
and apparently Francis Drake didn't have
This is
any.
the Saturday Night as the Anti-Hero crew.
History can't be wrong, you know. For example, you can't defile an empty coffin.
Have you guys seen that movie? Have you seen the new Uncharted movie? I haven't seen it yet. The one with Marky Mark. Am I still the only one that calls him Marky Mark? I should probably refer to him as Mr. Wahlberg.
What is it?
But actually, I've got 5 Uncharted games. There's 5 of them that I'm aware of. This is the first one, which I'm pretty amazed. The first one's amazingly good. And
Could you hold that thought? Sully?
how about the fakes and flips? I'm not sure what you mean. You'll have to give me a little more info there.
Pirates.
Pirates?
Yeah, the modern kind. They don't take prisoners. At least not male prisoners.
Wait, what are you talking about? Shouldn't we call the authorities or something?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea, but we don't exactly have a permit to be here.
What?
Yeah, so unless you want to end up in a Panamanian jail, we should probably handle this ourselves.
Well, what's worse?
You obviously haven't been in a Panamanian jail. Do you know how to use one of these?
I've never been in a
Yeah,
Panamanian
it's like a
jail
camera.
either.
You point and shoot, right?
Good girl. Here we go.
Yeah, if you guys got questions or anything, comments, you can put them in the chat.
How the hell they find us out here?
Private investors for fix and flips. Yeah.
I lost him.
What'd you do to piss
Yeah,
them
it's a good
off?
question.
It's kind of a...
Okay. Yep. Well, you know, the idea is if you've got some private lenders that do, if you've got some private lenders, let me turn this down, make sure you guys can hear me okay. If you've got some private lenders that are willing to do the whole earnest money thing, see, that's, to me, that's how you develop trust with earnest money lenders. And then they can, you know, usually if they've got $1,000, some of them have more than that. They can put some money in to help you get something going on a fix and flip with a hard money lender. Hard money lenders are usually the guys that want, they want the deal to be like 70% of the after repair value. And, you know, hard money is pretty expensive. And so sometimes they'll require a down payment, okay, which is more than earnest money. Okay, that's actually money you're going to put into the deal, and it's going to be tied up into the deal for as long as the deal's alive, usually at least 6 months, right? So, you know, that's a bit of a more committed partner versus, like, let's say just an earnest money lender. Now you've got more of a committed partner that's putting some, you know, down payment money in with you on a hard money loan to do a deal, or they're helping you get the hard money loan by funding the rehab part of the deal. Okay. All right. So if you're in charge of doing the fix and flip, okay, here's what I recommend. I recommend that if you're in charge of doing the fix and flip, that's great. Okay. I think it's wonderful that you can find a partner and you can get the money from that partner to fund the rehab part of it, or to get the hard money loan and do the down payment for the hard money loan and get the deal going. It's all cool that you can do that if you're running the fix and flip deal. Okay. If you're running the fix and flip, if you're in charge of the rehab and the funds and all that stuff. Okay. Or if they're sharp enough to be, but, you know, and if they're that kind of partner. But, you know, here's the thing is I've seen some deals where people put money in, and, like, for example, I wasn't in charge of the fix and flip, but another investor was, like, you know, that I was kind of helping put the deal together. I was the wholesaler on the deal. And I've seen deals go bad, man, and it hurts my heart even to this day to think about it. You know, I mean, you don't want these deals with private lenders to go bad, guys and gals. Okay, you don't want that to be what happens, and, you know, it's happened to me. Okay, I think it's happened to everybody that's done it much. All right, and it's not a good thing. So you really, really want to take extra care to pay attention to the details, okay? And here's where I feel like I have screwed up before and other people have screwed up before. And that is when you have a hard money loan and you're going to do a fix and flip deal, or you borrow a bunch of private money to do a fix and flip deal, and then you're not the contractor, or you're not the guy that's going to swing the hammer and push the saw and, you know, fix the house. And you're not the guy that's calling the HVAC people. You're not the guy calling the plumbers and the electricians and vetting them and getting the permits and making sure they got the permits. And you're not the guy doing all that. Okay. Then what happens is, and why I don't like the fix and flip business, and we got off on a touchy subject here tonight. I don't like the fix and flip business personally because I'm not the guy swinging the hammer and pushing the saw, right? So what it ends up being for me is I borrow a shitload of money. I work real hard to find a deal and to borrow a bunch of money so that I can give it to this knucklehead over here that says he's a contractor. Okay. Well, I checked his license. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. They say he got insurance. That's cool too. Okay. But you just borrowed a bunch of money, worked real hard to start a business for yourself so that you could take all of its cash assets and hand them to this knucklehead who barely graduated high school. And now you just hope that that dude doesn't get an attack in the middle of the night and think, oh, I'm going to take the money and fucking run. And it happens every single day. It happens a lot. Fix and flips are the most stressful deal type with the highest risk. That's what someone's saying in the chat here. I really agree. I totally agree. It's not where, and I don't know why people watch the Home and Garden channel and they get the idea that fixing and flipping is just this easy, fun, exciting, wonderful expression of creativity. It's actually a pain in the ass, man. And it's very risky. Yes, he kind of goes on to say your last dollar, then you're going to lose bad enough potentially to quit altogether. Yeah, you can get screwed up really bad in a fix and flip, and I've been there too, man. I mean, it's like I said, it hurts my heart even to this day how you go into a fix and flip with the best of intentions, but then next thing you know, you're, like I said, you're borrowing a shitload of money. And then you're giving it to this knucklehead, and he might have not even graduated high school, or maybe he did, and he's a crook, and everybody in town knows it but you. Like shit. It just the business model doesn't make sense if I've got to borrow the money to give it to some moron who does not give a shit about my family, or my business, or this house. Okay, I've learned that lesson through some hard experiences. Okay. Now, if I am not me, if I'm you, and I'm good at swinging a hammer, and I'm good at pushing a saw, and I'm good with a tape measure, and I'm good at hanging drywall, and I love to push a paint roller up and down the ceiling and on the walls, and I love to, get out there and nail shingles on the roof, and if I'm that kind of dude, and I don't mind calling because I know how to get a good deal on an HVAC unit and have it installed, I know how to get the security systems installed. I know how to call an electrician and make sure that he's, permitted and certified and licensed and whatever else got to be, and then I can get the electrical put in and I can get a good deal. If I'm that guy, that's a great business. Great business. But if you're not that guy, then you borrow a bunch of money and then you give it to a numbskull and you hope he doesn't fuck you. And I'm just going to tell you, if you found him on Craigslist, if you found him on Facebook, if he contacted you and said, hey, we're in the business, I'm a contractor and I do that, I would love to give you a bid. You better be careful because the good ones are always busy. And this motherfucker's hunting you. Okay. I'm just saying, I've been dealt with harshly on the fix and flip game. You're going to borrow money with the best of fucking intentions, with the best reputation, with the best. You want the best in your heart for everybody involved. You borrow this money. You found a deal finally. You're so excited. The private lender, the hard money lender, whoever it is said yes. Maybe you needed both, and they all said yes. Maybe you needed a hard money lender and you needed a gap lender, which is the kind of lender we're talking about right now with this cheat sheet, is the earnest money lender and a gap lender. So maybe this gap lender and the hard money lender and the deal, the trifecta, the deal, the hard money, the gap lender, all of it, the trifecta has come together and we now have potential success. I'm so excited. That's what I was like. I was like, woo! Look at me now. Look at me now. Ha. I'm getting paper. No, man. I borrowed a bunch of paper and then I handed it to this fucking asshole. Because I don't know how to do any contractor work. And the moment that I handed him the money, something in my gut said, this business model is wrong. This business model is wrong because when you hand this dude the money, you hand him the authority to ruin your fucking life. All right. Somebody said I'm getting spicy. I love you guys, but y'all know, y'all bring it out of me, man. I cannot even help it. I cannot even help it. So we're gonna try to. Oh, I'm not a very good shot under pressure. Actually, I'm pretty good when I'm playing by myself. These are like zombies. But I think they're just pirates. I don't think they're actually zombies, though. I had to double tap that guy. Hey, you know what the first rule is? Cardio. That's rule number 1 is cardio. Okay, I'm picking up some ammo here. Uh-oh, the music's picking up, so I wonder what's happening here. Yeah, this is getting bad. The game just started and they're already coming for me. All right. What's happening? Yeah, I'm not really a violent person, but it sure is fun playing these games like this. Okay, can't take cover there.
Okay, that's not good.
Oh, yeah. It's good to have friends. It's good to have friends. Oh, no. Oh, that's fun. I like these games, but sometimes I feel like there's too much narration going on. But the story's actually pretty good. The story's pretty good. Cheat sheet up here, everybody. Don't forget shutupmoney.com/EMD. Somebody put in here in the chat here that it's definitely not a great strategy to get started with, to start with fixing and flipping. I totally 100% agree. And good to see you, Michael Batista, getting really good at the fundamentals of finding deals on and off market. Hey, if anybody wants to buy my anti-hero t-shirt, it's for sale at shutupmoney.com. Yeah, shutupmoney.com. Go buy the t-shirt. It's the anti-hero t-shirt. If you're like, hey, I don't know what anti-hero means, it sounds negative. It's not negative. Go look it up. It's not the opposite of hero, which is what everybody thinks anti means. Is like the opposite, like anti-Christ would be the opposite of Christ or whatever, like the devil or whatever. That's not what it means. It actually means instead of. So it's a different kind of hero. Uh, it's like I'm a hero, but I don't look like Superman. Okay, I'm what you get instead of Superman. It looks like Michael Batista says he's getting really good at the fundamentals of finding deals on and off market. Well, it's all about making offers. That's for sure, man. I've seen you grow a lot, buddy, and I'm real proud of you, man. Uh, you're a great dude, and I'm really thankful I met you. And I see you out there working, moving, and shaking. Actually, sometimes I don't see you, and that's why I know you're working, you're moving and shaking. I've got to say something here before I wrap up. I'm about to wrap up. We've been going for nearly an hour, but I want to say something here because um, they've got this pandemic on. You know what I mean? They've got the pandemic going on here, and there's a lot of people under a lot of stress, and and by that I mean there's a lot of people out there who are being poisoned in their minds. Okay, being poisoned in their minds. Um, like the radio, the TV, all that is just horrible, fucking bad. Okay, it's just bad. Everything. All right. And what it's designed to do is it's designed to get you to point your finger at somebody else and make them powerful. And you make someone powerful when you take on a victim status. Okay? When you become a victim of anything or anyone, you are choosing to give up your personal power. Period. Period. If you don't agree with me, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to have my voice in your ear. You don't have to see me. You don't have to join me. But in my world, when you let anyone or anything else make you a victim, you are handing over your personal power. And when you hand over your personal power, you get what you get. You have very little say about it. And that's the fucking problem, everybody. Okay? So, watch the news, watch the TV, you listen to the radio, catch the news reports, whatever it is. But if it starts to make you feel and think like you're a victim and that they've got power on you, whoever it is, turn it off. Turn it off. It's poison for your mind. Okay? Poison for your mind. Do not, hear me, do not give it your personal power. Do not yield up your personal power so that you can have some shit to talk about with the other negative people in your life. Well, it's good to see some folks putting some things here in the chat. Thanks, brother. Great to see you, too. Always a great time to chat with you anytime I get to be around you or your greatness. Pushes me to grow, and I'm forever thankful. Gonna keep it going. I'm the anti-hero, man. I'm the anti-hero. You know what I was thinking about? I've got a $99 a month coaching program, which you could get into tonight. Anyone that's not in it, that you could get into, and you could even book one-on-one sessions with me during that time period for that same money. Okay, this is no shit. This is no joke. It's a real legitimate coaching program where I really interact with you. Okay, I have that for $99. And I appreciate the kind words of me being great and everything, Michael. That's very sweet. But that $99 thing, here's what I was thinking about doing. My wife told me no. Okay. My wife told me don't do it. But I told her, I said, now see, when you go here to the website, it says, do you want to sign up for the $99 a month coaching plan? Well, then there's a little button underneath it that said, no, I don't want to sign up for Justin to be my coach. When you click that button, when you click the button that says, yeah, I want to join, it takes you to the sign up form. When you click the no button, it takes you to a landing page that has a picture of me giving you the finger. And then under that picture, there's a button that says, I changed my mind. I love Justin. I want to sign up now. Okay. My wife told me not to do that. And I was like, but see, that's definitely more like me, because that's a little more anti-hero. Hey, you want to sign up? You don't want to sign up? You want to sign up? You don't want to sign up. All right. Well, I love you. A lot of you guys have signed up, and I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for signing up. And if there's any greatness in me, it is in that I am willing to share what I know and what I've experienced, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, and let you decide for yourself what your path is. Okay, I'm not here to try to tell you, do this, don't do this. I will in some cases. As a coach, I will. I'll tell you exactly what to fucking do. But everybody wants to do it in their own way, and that's my job to let you do that too. Okay, so I love you guys, and I want you to be successful, but I want you to be happy too. Okay, so there's a little bit of balance in this. Isn't that funny how life is always in the balancing of the thing, right? Think about it. It gets out of balance, your whole life feels like it's falling apart, right? You like that landing page idea? That's the anti-hero right there. Don't be the victim, choose the finger instead. Yeah, man. I should tell my wife, hey, you know what? I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you, wife. I'm doing this. You're not going to hold me back. There might be some cases where I ought to listen to my wife. This is probably a good one. Do you think more people would sign up for the $99 a month coaching program? I don't know if they would if they said no initially and they were like, okay, well, he just said fuck you. He sent me to a picture. He sent me to a picture where he was doing this. It's crazy. Why do we always get off on the weirdest shit in the middle of the night? I don't know, but I'll tell you another thing I don't know. No, wait a minute. I'm just fucking with you. Now, it's crazy that there's a lot of people that watch these. Like, there's a lot of people that catch these reruns, and I'm very thankful, okay? Love you guys. Hey, get the anti-hero t-shirt, shutupmoney.com. If you're not in the $99 a month coaching plan, get in it. Let's start working, you and me, okay? And then there's the free cheat sheet up here, shutupmoney.com/EMD, okay? And it looks like I'm
Never had any complaints.
I'm still stuck in these narrations.
I'll jump to the good
Love you
part,
guys.
just for you.
I'll see you guys next time. Okay, have a good rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. Don't be a victim. Make some offers. Go find some private money lenders.
Oh, so now
Get your
you're
Earnest money game on.
Well, unfortunately,
In fact,
no.
before you do that,
Last page is torn out.
listen to the video, the first 20 minutes of this video where I go through the conversational skills for working the homeowner over this topic of earnest money. Because you're going to have earnest money. You're going to have to talk to the homeowner about earnest money. This is a great study tool. I might even cut that out myself because I've never gone into that. What I say really, literally, word for word with a homeowner on the phone when it comes to the topic of earnest money. So hit that up, y'all. Hit it up. All right, love you guys. I'm going to go find some treasures like Drake. Hey, I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief. I'm a treasure hunter.